One of the things that a lot of people are worried about with the film industry is whether they can get enough work. And you probably realize that the film industry is freelance. That means that you are hired on a gig. And when you're not hired on a gig, then you're not working, you're not making money. So how do you get enough gigs coming in and people checking your availability so that you can fill up your schedule and make enough money and also start moving up into these higher paying jobs where you can make $6.50 for 12? Well, that's everything that I speak about with Friends in Film. So I'm looking at a post in our Yammer Mastermind. That's what we use for the A-List Mastermind group. And I see a post here by one of our mentors, Adam, who started this program maybe about a year ago and used it to break into the industry in Chicago and then used it to break into the industry also in Denver. And he posted last week about a job that he was kind of trying to figure out what he should do. So he booked a gig as a production coordinator for a feature film, and it was a 16-day shoot. Plus he got prep and wrap, so it was even more than 16 days, probably more like 18 or 19 days. And on that feature film, he was going to be a production coordinator. That's really good. If you want to start producing, that's like the beginning job up the ladder. From production coordinator, it goes to production supervisor, then it goes to producer. So it's it's really a great job where you learn a lot and you're working in the production office and you're running the set. You're doing all of the logistics for production. So it's a really great job. Anyway, he got this 16-day shoot. So he turned down 2 other multiple week gigs. So he's got the problem where he's got too many jobs happening. And then what happened was last night, it says in this post here, the feature was canceled and it was pushed back indefinitely. So now he's like, wow, I turned down so much work for this. And he felt angry. He felt frustrated. He, was thinking, man, I just lost out on so much money on this gig and all the other gigs that I turned down. This sucks, and felt very frustrated. And what that caused him to do was just kind of go internal, just like be like, I'm just so upset. I don't even know what to do. And so what he did is he actually changed the way that he was thinking about it. And this is what he posted in Yammer, because we can get really paralyzed by the ups and downs and the way that the film industry can be. And the most important thing, if you want to be super successful in the film industry, you have to know how to navigate that. You have to know how to work with your own brain. So he did a little exercise here that he posted in the mastermind where he took the same circumstance of the film that he was hired on was pushed back indefinitely. And instead, he generated the thought was, well, I was overwhelmed anyway with too much work. Now I have more time to work on some of my own projects. So he gave himself a thought that he was like, oh, this I'm kind of excited now. It's okay. And then from that thought, he felt motivated. And then from there, he started prepping pitch decks and prepping scripts for pitches for a film festival that he has coming up. Now, he also reached out to some friends and said, hey, guys, my feature just got pushed. So I'm available. You know anything going on? And of course, what actually happened, which he just posted about today, is he got booked on another feature film. So I'm going to play a little bit of Adam on set where he's talking to us inside the Yammer group, telling us what happened and how he's following up with us and how it all turned out and how now he's on set and how one day got turned into many other days. And he's just really happy to be there on set.
So I was working on a feature, and as you saw in my last post, it got pushed and canceled. So all of a sudden I found my entire month of October free. Then a buddy of mine that I met on set of my first project I worked on since I moved out to Colorado called me up. He said, hey, you want a PA for a couple days? So day playing turned into 3-day playing, turned into now I'm on a week. And actually they asked me earlier today, like an hour ago, if I wanted to stay on the rest of the picture. So yeah, now I got a job. Things happen for a reason, things happen at a good time, and you make friends. You feel free to actually ask people for work, which I did in this case. I reached out to my buddy and told him that the feature I was working on got pushed. I said, do you know anything? And he said, oh yeah. So here we go.
Look, you expand your connections on every single shoot. So whether one falls down, falls away, now those people that canceled on him because the feature film went away, those people now have him in their mind to call first. So there's only one of you, and there's so many shoots out there. So once you get this going, you're going to find that you're just very in demand. You're very busy, and you pick and choose your shoots. Now, I want to say something really quickly about this shoot falling away that was canceled indefinitely. We can be so disappointed, especially when we had turned down other work. Well, this is the nature of the film industry. This can happen more in the area of low budget features than in the higher budget features. Obviously, it's not going to happen as much. And TV shows, that's not really going to happen very much. Commercials, also kind of rare, but it does happen. It happens where they have celebrity talent, and then the talent is like, oh, I can't come in that day, so then they have to reschedule. And many people may have turned down work for that particular day, including the producer, including the director. The director might have had another job that they could have done. So everybody's in the same ball game here, or the same ballpark here. So this happens. It's part of the industry. This is why you need to have so many connections, because things move around. Now, one way that I teach that you should handle that is you ask, before you turn down other work, you ask if they can book you. And then, of course, they're committing to book you, to pay you, whether or not the job happens. Now, this feature that was canceled indefinitely, I don't think that anybody could see that coming. And you probably really could not press them to book you when there was no money anymore. It's not happening. The financiers are not paying for it. And therefore, the way that you want to think about this is, hey, this is a creative business. This is somebody or multiple people that are taking money out of their own pocket to create something, especially in the low budget feature world. And by low budget, I'm guessing this is probably in the budget of like $500,000 to maybe $1 million. That is low budget, but that's still a lot of freaking money that somebody is putting out there. And if they can't get it done, they're going to cancel it. They're not going to shoot it. So this is a business, and we have to just realize that, these things happen, and that this is part of this very creative business. And this is why you just need to have so many other connections and options, so that if this happens, then you can go to another feature film or another TV show. And just like Adam, he gives a perfect example where he gets on the show just for one day, for 2 days, because they needed somebody. And now they're asking him if he's available for the whole thing. So it could turn out that it's even better connection and could get him in with that producer and move up even quicker within production, or meet a DP that he ends up working with. So you just never freaking know. And that's the beauty of the film industry. And I love to talk about it, obviously. And I love for you guys, if you are creatives, to know that you can have this life. You can do this. Yes, you're going to need to have a great attitude. Yes, you're going to need to learn how to manage your mind, but you can. You want to anyway. It will give you a great life and make you super successful in the film industry. And that's what I teach. So I have a new program. It's called A-List Prep, and we talk about exactly that, how to manage your mind, all the thinking work, so that you can create this career in the film industry really fast. Because if you think about it, it's all coming from your head. It's all coming of the way that you think about yourself and how you can work in this business and taking those steps to make that happen.